Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about handle size for maces and clubs. We are here at London teaching a seminar 2023. We taught a staff mace and club workshop. We have a lot of questions about handle size and why and how it interacts with your grip. Your hand is one of the key components of your athletic structure. Think your grip, elbow position, shoulder position, crown to coccyx alignment, core engagement, hip snap, leg drive, and foot position. Think of foot position and hand position as being equally important. There is an ideal size for handles in the beginning for weight swinging. I think it's about 35 millimeters. And I say that because there's something very specific about how your grip works. We want our elbow to be at this 90-degree angle so we can learn to endure. Structure, where our bones line up, our breathing when we move helps us learn to contract our core, and the movement becomes smoother over time. If the handle is not good, then people have a hard time learning to line up the structure of their hand. Then everything else in their body has difficulty lining up. If a handle is too small, the fingers are touching the palm, and in the beginning you'll see people push with their thumb sticking out and push the top part of their hand out of the way. We are thinking about the top part of our hand as being an okay grip whenever we catch. This is an okay grip on our hand is closing. I don't want the fingertips to interact with the palm. If the handle is too small, when people go to do that squeeze, if people have long nails or something like that, and their finger touches their palm, they stab themselves in the hand or they push their own fingers out of the way, and it changes the way that their hand interacts with the club. This interferes with their ability to learn to endure. The opposite is also true. If a handle is too big in the beginning, how the wrist lines up becomes improper. The bigger the handle, the more the wrist will bend and crane, and people will not be able to endure because their wrist will hurt. When you get up into the 2-inch handles, very good for developing strength for advanced athletes, not so great if you're trying to learn. Think the first 3 to 5 years, you want a properly controlled handle size so that you can learn to endure the fastest way possible. 3 to 5 years is your basics of club swinging. That's a basic program. Club swinging is like Olympic lifting. There are 6-month versions of it, but if you really want to get good at something, you should do it for a long time, because clubbing teaches people the most important movement patterns that humans do, throwing patterns and control. It takes people a long time for their tendons, their ligaments, and their grip to learn to adapt. When looking at a mace or club, see if your fingers are interacting with your palm, and when you're holding on, if your thumb is sticking out instead of closing in, you're not all the way there yet. We're looking for any piece of equipment where your fingers don't interact with your palm and you can close the top part of your hand effectively, so you can put your elbow in the right spot, so that you can learn to catch in the right spot, so you can learn to cast in the right way.